Jupiter Hammon is known as a founder of African American literature, as his poem published in 1761 in New York was the first by an African American in North America. He published both poetry and prose after that. In addition, he was a preacher and a commercial clerk on Long Island, New York. Born into slavery at the Lloyd Manor on Long Island, Hammon learned to read and write. In 1761, at the age of nearly 50, Hammon published his first poem, An Evening Thought. Salvation by Christ with Penitential Cries. He was the first African American poet published in North America. Also a well-known and well-respected preacher and clerk bookkeeper, he gained wide circulation of his poems about slavery. As a devoted Christian evangelist, Hammon used his biblical foundation to criticize the institution of slavery. Details about Jupiter Hammon's life are buried in the unaddressed history of slavery in the northern U.S. states. 3. The facts of Hammon's personal life are limited or non-existent. Opium and Rose, slaves purchased by Henry Lloyd, are believed to have been the parents of Jupiter Hammon. They are the first set of male and female slaves on record in the Lloyd papers to serve the Lloyd family continually after their purchase. Born into slavery at the Lloyd Manor, at what is now Lloyd Harbor, New York, Hammon served the Lloyd family his entire life, working under 4 generations of the family masters. The Lloyds allowed Hammon to receive a rudimentary education through the Anglican Church's Society for the Propagation of the Gospel in Foreign Parts system, likely in exchange for his cooperative attitude. Hammon's ability to read and write aided his slave masters in their commercial businesses. These supported institutionalized slavery. Hammon's goal was to take advantage of the literary skills by exhibiting a level of intellectual awareness through literature. In doing so, he created literature layered in metaphors and symbols, giving him a safe means to express his feelings of slavery. An Evening Thought, Salvation by Christ, with Penitential Cries, was Jupiter Hammon's first published poem. 5. Composed on December 25, 1760, it appeared as a broadside in 1761. 5. The printing and publishing of this poem established Jupiter Hammon as the first black published author. 6. 18 years passed before his second work appeared in print, An Address to Miss Phyllis Wheatley. Hammon wrote the poem during the Revolutionary War, while Henry Lloyd had temporarily moved his household and slaves from Long Island to Hartford, Connecticut, to evade British forces. Phyllis Wheatley, then enslaved in Massachusetts, published her first book of poetry in 1773 in London. She is recognized as the first published black female author. Hammon never met Wheatley.